Today I'm replacing the low beam bulb on a 2011 Subaru Legacy Outback. That's going to be this guy right here. If we peek under the hood, there's a battery in our way, and then there's pretty much body in our way. So aside from taking out the whole headlight assembly, there's got to be another way to do this. I'm pretty sure what we need to do, sneak in front of the tire by peeling back this fender well shield. So there is a clip here that we want to spin out. There should also be one here, but this guy's missing, so we won't worry about him. And there should be a few on the bottom. Alright, so underneath we've got this guy. You want to try and separate this inner part from this outer part. Sometimes side cutters might work a little better. These clips come apart like so, so sometimes they're tricky, but I got some of these underneath, popped them out. I'm going to try and get this guy in here too so that I can peel this fender well shield back and get a little access to the wall. So I turned the wheel all the way to the left so that the tire's not in my way. If you want to take the time, you can jack the vehicle up and take the tire off, especially if you already need to take the tire off for another job, but I am a lady with little hands, so I'm going to try and sneak in. You can see how I've got it peeled back, but underneath I'm going to take these so that I have even more room. These guys also spin out of the middle if both pieces aren't spinning. You can pop it loose. Now we have plenty of room. Got the shield loose in the front now. I've tucked it behind this front tire so it'll sort of stay back out of my way. And then hopefully we can get a view in there. That's where we're trying to access this bulb. So it's kind of rather difficult to get a camera in here, and of course the sunlight is in the perfect position to blind me, but see this little black cover that says open, close, close to the right. You want to spin it a little bit to the left, and then you should be able to pop that cover off out of your way. Seriously though, Subaru, thanks. Like, did you think bulbs would never need to be replaced? Here's the cover, I've got it off. I'm gonna snake my hand up in there, and we kind of just got to do this all by feel. Alright, so this is your washer fluid reservoir. There are two hoses right here and a clip that I'm gonna scooch to the side so that I have more access up through this hole to get to the headlight bulb. Alright, sorry for the vertical angle here, but that's really the only way I can get a camera in there. There's a wire clip holding the back of this bulb down. You need to slide that wire clip over so that you can get the bulb out. You can see I've got the clip open so the bulb can come out. You can see, like, bottom left corner, there's a divot. The bulb only goes in one way. I'll show you on the new one exactly what I'm talking about, but you kind of just have to line up the marks. We're going to pop it out and disconnect it and then put a new bulb in. If we look in through the top, we can kind of see what we're trying to work with. I gotta get that connector off so I can get the bulb. Take this battery hold down off, then I have more access to the bulb in there. So 2 10mm. I don't need to disconnect the battery. I'm just trying to get this guy out of my way so I can access that window easier. This hold down has a little hook. Once I get it loose enough, I could just get the hook out of the hole that it goes down and move it out of my way, so now I can maybe sneak the bulb out this way. Get it disconnected. There's not any actual like hold down to loosen the connector. I think you just pry it off, but with no room, it's kind of a pain in the butt. It's pretty much not cooperating, but I'm coming slowly with some wiggling. This is the little tab that I was showing you. The bulb sits in with this guy to the bottom left. We're gonna get a new bulb, put it in there. You can see the filament is broken on this one, so that's why it wasn't working. We're gonna put the bulb in, put the wire clip down, and then put the connector on, because it's just easier that way. I'm wearing gloves, but you should know when you are replacing bulbs, you don't want to touch this glass with your fingers. You want to, your fingers are greasy, and oil on this glass can decrease the life of your bulb. So if you can, wear some gloves, and if not, then just make sure you're only touching the metal, you're not touching the glass. With blind luck, I basically slid the new bulb in. You can see that it's flush. That little tab is on the bottom left. Now I've got to fold that wire back over because that's the hold down for the bulb. There's a slightly better angle from the top, so you can see you want that wire down under this little black clip. Sorry, it's impossible to get good angles, but I'll show you what it's like when it's in place. If the connector could get out of my way, I can show you how that wire is clipped in place. That is holding the bulb in. Now we'll pop the connector. This guy is kind of by blind feel, but now I've got the connector on, everything is in place. I need to put that little circle cover back on, but before I do that, I want to make sure the bulb works. We have 2 lobes, so we are good to go back together. This little plastic cover you kind of have to do by blind feel, but basically there are some tabs. You get it pushed into place and turn it right about maybe a quarter turn, and that locks it in place. I want to put the battery hold down back where it belongs. Basically there is a hole in the metal fender well that this hook hooks into place. Then, hopefully while keeping this guy in place, needing 3 hands as usual, you can tighten this 10 back down and get the battery tightened down. Make sure this guy is swept back to where it can hold the battery tight. Put this cover back on here since we didn't loosen this guy. Then we want to put the fender well shield back where it goes. Just pop those clips back in and you should be done.